Good evening. I'm Dan Wolf. Briggs is off tonight. Thanks for joining us. Duluth's primary election is tomorrow. Along with a closely watched mayoral race, voters face a decision involving at-large city council seats. Northern News Now's Natalie Hepner is live at City Hall for us tonight, where early voting has been happening for a while now. Natalie, a lot of names on the ballot this time around.
Yeah, Dan, the city council at-large seats currently has 8 candidates hoping to grab one of those 2 open seats. Now tomorrow, voters will head to the polls and pick their favorite 2 candidates, and the top 4 will then advance to that general election in November. Now that list of those 8 candidates running for the seats includes Ashley Castaldo, Jenna Yackel, Sean Savala, Miranda Pacheco, Lynn Marie Nephew, Eric Forsman, Asher Estrin Hare, and Therese Wasaki. Now today we spoke with several of those candidates about why they're running and what they hope to accomplish if they win. Many say addressing public safety and supporting community spaces like parks and libraries are important to them. They also added funding public services like police officers and firefighters is an area that the city council needs to address. When asked what issue Duluth faces, several candidates talked about the need for affordable housing.
Housing affordability and security for all at all income levels. I think that's a really important part for Duluthians to be focused on.
And we need housing. I think all the candidates in the race are talking about housing and talking about the need of it, from everything from supportive to $1 million and everything in between.
Housing is something that everyone is talking about. That is not just a Duluth problem. That is a nationwide problem, but every community experiences.
In total, we've heard from 6 of those candidates in the past week. We reached out to all 8, hoping to get their perspective. We're still waiting to hear back from some. Now, we also heard from these candidates about why they feel qualified for this job. We have those answers coming up tonight at 6. Live from City Hall, Natalie Hepner, Northern News Now.
We'll look forward to that story at 6 o'clock. Thank you, Natalie. The Duluth City Clerk told us today there have already been 1,000 or so people who voted early in the city. If you live in Duluth and want to vote tomorrow, you can cast a ballot between 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. We're going to be tracking all the election results on air and online right here on Northern News Now. Now, only one other city council race requires a primary vote. 5 people are vying for the seat in the 4th district. Hannah Alstead currently holds it. She's not running again. Tara Swenson, Nathaniel Rankin, Salam F. Witherspoon, Bruce Woodman, and Howie Hansen are all on the ballot. The top 2 vote getters move on to November.